Hello, welcome back to the Juniper Vale. We're doing some more World Cup tarot predictions, and I have with me today Tito.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
Tito, what have you been your favorite games so far?
US against Paraguay, and Mexico against
Ecuador?
Ecuador. Yes.
I can read your mind.
Super exciting games. Oh boy. But we've had a bunch of great matches. So this World Cup has been delivering, in my opinion.
You've had a lot of interesting matches. Things didn't turn out the way I thought for some games.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yep. But this is the knockoff stage.
All right, so we're reading for July 3rd. Today, right now, it is July 1st, and it is 7:32 p.m. Eastern Time. So who are we reading for July 3rd, Tito?
For July 3rd, we have Australia against Egypt. We have the reigning world champs, Argentina against Cabo Verde. And for the last game of the day, we have Colombia versus Ghana in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh boy. Okay.
They're going to be great matches. I'm excited for those three. Oh.
Hopefully none of them get caught in the heat wave. It's going to be very hot on July 3rd in the eastern part of the United States, Tito.
It's hot now.
I know. It's going to be even hotter.
Even hotter? No.
Yeah.
No bueno,
It's going to feel like 112.
112. Goodness.
All right. So first, we're going to do Australia versus Egypt. They're playing at 2 p.m. Eastern Time in Arlington, Texas. What do you know about these teams, Tito?
Quite honestly, I haven't seen Australia play, but I've seen Egypt play. Egypt is a good team. So I'm not sure.
Okay. So I'll have Australia on my left and Egypt on my right. Australia has the Hangman reversed, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. Egypt has the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. I don't know. Anything jump out to you, Tito? Are you learning about tarot?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. So Australia, the first card they got is the Hangman reversed.
What's that mean?
So that's pretty good because usually the Hangman comes after justice, I believe it is. So it's like the Hangman is the person who's doing their sentence in a way.
They're locked up.
Yeah. He's strung from a tree.
Oh,
but
great.
He is reversed. So
by his hair?
No, he's upside down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
now I see.
Usually like that. So what's good about it being reversed, it's saying that you'll go through certain things. You'll think about how you've done things and you're able to then move on in a more enlightened way. So he's not stuck there. He's able to move on. So it's probably better to get that card in reverse than right side up. The Sun card is a fantastic card. It's a big yes card. So if you ask the tarot a yes or no question and got the Sun, it's like a super duper yes. It sheds light on things, new beginnings. The kid on the horse is very happy. He must have gotten a pony for his birthday. I don't know. But he's very happy. The sun is shining. It's I would say for Australia, they make some decisions in the first half that kind of helps them out. Good decisions. So they're not kind of stuck being in, I don't know, a specific sort of way of playing that's not working out for them. They're able to make that decision and move on. So by the midpoint of the game, they're very happy. And then they have the Ten of Cups, which is also the Happy Families card, right? The kids are dancing. The parents are happy. There's rainbows. There's 10 cups, right? cups are good for
Drinking.
instinct and drinking and emotional well-being, social relationships. It's a very good card to have. Probably a very good card if you want to ultimately win the World Cup, the main cup. So I mean, they have very good cards. I mean, it's shiny and fun, just like Australia. Like that's their cards. Their cards are Australia. Egypt has the Six of Swords. So the six is a calmer card. They are making their way across a river. So it's kind of like saying that you made it across what you need to make it across, but you're not very excited about it. You may be a bit tired. It was like a weary sort of travel. So it seems like for Egypt, the first half will be a little daunting for them. I think that Australia, maybe they score a few goals or they're just very, tough. It could even be something like, I don't know, Egypt maybe has possession and they keep trying to score on Australia, but Australia sort of fends them off. Either way, I think they look a little bit more tired than Australia does in the first half. So the Queen of Swords is that leadership wise, right? She's not intimidated. So Egypt is going in, back into the game mid half. They're still not intimidated. They have a plan, right? They have their battle sword out. They're still ready to go. They probably have some good leadership behind them, giving them a pep talk in the midpoint through the game. But then for the third half, by the third card, which is the second half, they have the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles are good for physical ability, but you can see from these people, they're injured. They are worse for wear. They're wearing tattered clothes. They don't have any shoes. The pentacles and the stained glass looks like a church. So it's sort of like when you need to go to a higher authority for help or for charity. So I would say that in the second half, they're a little worse. They're even worse for wear than they were in the first half. So I would say just by these cards that Egypt would lose because they just seem like they've been through a battle. Whereas Australia has like these great cards. Like this guy has an aura around his head. He's doing great. Then you got the sun, another shining rays, and then you got a rainbow. Everybody's happy.
Mm.
Nothing can go wrong here. The only thing that could go wrong here is sunburn.
That's too much fun.
Yeah. Wear your sunscreen, kids.
I can see that. Yeah, well, Egypt has a great leader in Mohamed Salah.
Mm-hmm.
They played a very tough game against Iran. But yeah, maybe the cards are right.
I mean, the Queen of Swords could be their leader. Like they still have that good leadership.
Yeah.
But they're just getting pounced by Australia. Let's see.
So it's fun down under. Is that what you're about to tell me?
Yeah. So Australia has a ship. Egypt has the house. The ship is about journey, travel, progress. So I think that's pretty clear that they're just going to progress into the next stage.
Mm-hmm.
That seems very clear. The house for Egypt, home, family, security. A lot of times when I see that, I see like homesickness or I see somebody going back home, something like that.
Gotcha. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first card, they're going towards somewhere, right? Maybe they're traveling home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They already got home on their minds. Their head's not in the game.
Mm.
Let's see. So for the Victorian Phantasmagoria, Australia, Victorian Phantasmagoria. That's what these cards are.
Wow.
Phantasmagoria.
I thought they were the small cards.
Yes, also known as the smaller cards. Australia has the Hellhounds, so we know about Bless you. We know
Excuse me.
about the hellhounds. They're out for blood,
Mhm.
right? They will tear you apart. They hunt people. So I would say that it looks like Egypt would feel hunted from these cards. I mean, these guys have injuries. Like they feel like they just went through something. Egypt has the portal. The portal is about liminal risk and experience. So I think that is like the portal. And what's interesting about the word liminal, right? You have liminal spaces, and liminal spaces are those spaces in everyday life where we don't congregate, but we travel through. So it's like a hallway. You don't congregate, but you travel through it. Or like say like the foyer of an office building. Everybody's going through it, but people aren't really congregating in it. And that's like called a liminal space. So again, with the portal, that is like traveling. And I would say that's more like a traveling back home,
Okay, that makes
I would
sense.
say.
I'll
Hi,
buy that.
hi, Summer.
Summer wants something.
Summer's
Say.
here. Summer wants to give her opinion on Argentina. Okay. So I think we're in agreement. Australia will win. Australia got just very, very good cards. I would be surprised if they have a tough time in the game or if they don't win. You know, crazier things have happened. I'm just reading tarot cards.
For entertainment purposes only. Right?
Yeah, for entertainment purposes only. Summer says, don't make any bets. She's already lost money. She looks at us. And don't forget, I do tarot readings on world events, political stuff, celebrities, new moons, full moons, whatever you're interested in, missing persons. Is there anything you want me to read on? Just let me know. Are you getting attacked by a small cat, Tito?
Well, she wants to jump on me, but
Oh, Summer. All right. So next is Argentina and Cape Verde, Cabo Verde. Verge. How do they say it in Portuguese?
Verge.
Verge. Verge. Verge.
yeah.
So I think Tito is very excited about this game. Summer is
very
also
excited.
also very excited.
Very excited. This is the champ.
Yeah.
This is the champs. This is Messi's team.
The reigning
The
champs.
reigning champs.
I wonder if in the end it's just going to be France versus Argentina again.
Maybe. Listen. They're projecting that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Summer? What do you think, Summer?
Summer says she just had dinner, so you have to pet her. All right, so Argentina is playing Cape Verde at 6 p.m. Eastern time in Miami, Florida. A lot of Argentinian fans in Florida.
Yeah, big time. I think Florida has the largest Argentinian community in the States.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, so Argentina on my left, Cape Verde on my right. Argentina has the 9 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, Temperance. Cape Verde has the Queen of Cups, the King of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Nobody has bad cards. I would say that. So the 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles can talk about athletic ability. The 9 of Pentacles shows someone who is pretty much just being happy with her inheritance. She has all those pentacles. She's living the life.
Must be nice.
She's having a good time. She's got her pet. What is that? What's the bird that you put the mask on? I can't remember.
A hawk?
A hawk? Yeah, she got a pet hawk. She's ready to go. So I think that's a very good first half for Argentina. Maybe many pentacles as many goals. The 7 of Cups is the illusions and delusions card. I feel like in this when we talk about sports, it also shows me like opportunities. So it's like there's good opportunities, there's bad opportunities. So they could be doing a lot of attempts at goals. Some of them may not work, some of them may work. Maybe they have to be careful they're not getting offsides, but it's good to have all of those opportunities and choices. So I would say that's another good card for them. They just have to be careful in the decisions that they make. Temperance is a good card too. This comes after the death card. So temperance has an angel. The angel is balancing the water between the cups. So there's a balancing act when it comes with temperance. They're thinking about how things have gone. They're thinking about choices that they made. They're seeing what went right and what went wrong. So it's a good card to have, I would say, in the third half, because especially if they're already leading, it's kind of like
Second.
or second half, sorry.
Hmm.
If they're already leading, they're kind of thinking back on what works and what doesn't work so that they don't make any choices that gives the other team an advantage by accident. They're not going to do anything risky. So let's see. Cape Verde has the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. So those are two strong leadership cards. So it could be saying, they have good captains, they have managers, coaches. The Queen of Cups, she's focused on that social relationship and intuition. So it's like a strong ability to really understand the game and how to play and make the right choices. So that's very good for them. And then the King of Wands, the wands are that excitement, that masculine energy, like they're ready to go. So that's also a very good card for them. So I would say that they have the emotional and the intellectual strength. They don't have any pentacles. So they don't have any, like, the athletic ability isn't showing through, but they have, whereas let's see, Argentina has pentacles and cups, so that's good for athletic ability and the intuition. Um, and then Cape Verde has those 9 of cups, so that's also a very good card to have, especially at the end, because when I see that at the end, I feel like that means a lot of goals in a way. This guy is like he's like a good merchant in a way. He has all of these things, right? He has all of the cups. It's the same as she has all of the pentacles. It's not the tens, but they're nines. So they're both completion cards in numerology, at least completion numbers. Nines are completions, about goal accomplishment. So all of these cards are very good. I can't say that it says there's a clear winner because they're both very good. It's almost like Argentina gets a lot of goals in the first half. Cape Verde gets a lot of goals in the second half. Like that's almost like what it looks like. So I'll have to go to the Oracle card. What do you think about Cape Verde, Tito? We watched that video about it. It looked like a really cool place.
I think they're going to put up a fight. I think they're not just going to, let Argentina run them down. But
Yeah.
I think this is a situation of like the David versus Goliath. But this guy has all the cups. They have all the intensity. They have all the energy. They have nothing to lose. Those
Yeah.
can be positive things, right?
Right.
And Argentina on the other side, the flip side, it's like they're expected to win. They're expected to make it to the final. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So Argentina got the pentagram that talks about protection, harmony, and balance. So to me, that's just talking about that they play very well as a team. They make it look easy. But Cape Verde has the magic wand, and that talks about willpower, intention, and manifestation. Like they're making something come true for them. I don't know. Will they tie with Argentina and then they got to go to an overtime? That would be crazy.
Well, somebody has to win.
Somebody's
right?
got to win.
Yeah, this is the magical team of the tournament, I think. the Cinderella story.
Oh.
Restrained.
Have I gotten restrained before? I don't know.
No.
I got the ectoplasm for Argentina. The ectoplasm is, it talks about, what's the word I'm looking for? Fraud, but also evidence and spirit energy. So ectoplasm is something that you could fake to make people believe something. So I wonder if that is a way to kind of, Argentina knows how to do to kind of fake them out. Say if they're doing PKs and you're messy, you want to make this goal, you know how to kind of fake them out.
Well,
The goalie, you're going to go one way.
may also
so you
talk
don't really-
about the game itself, right? You
Uh-huh.
have set pieces, you have corner kicks, you have these guys have the ability to pretty much do anything with the ball. So the trickery.
Yeah. They're very what's the word I'm looking for? They're very advanced.
Yes.
They're very talented.
Yes.
Restraint talks about limitations, obstacles, and oppression. So this guy is in a straitjacket. That's not great. That's really the only bad card I pulled for this whole game.
Sounds like the game will come down to Cabo Verde's limitations.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that, like you said, with David and Goliath, maybe they're just not. This is their first World Cup, right?
Yeah.
They've done really well, but I think they just don't have as much of the experience,
The pedigree. Yeah.
as Argentina.
Yeah.
I think Argentina really just even the cards they get are very calm.
They've been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They have a lot of harmony. Everything just works out. Oh, to be messy.
Well, they're riding this wave, right?
Yeah.
Of, success, happiness, and fun.
So I'm going to go with Argentina, but I think it's going to be a really interesting game, especially if Cabo Verde really they really go out there and give it their all. It could be a very good, very interesting, very good game.
I'll be there. I'll be watching it.
You're going to be there in Miami.
In spirit. I'll be physically. I'll be on the couch next to Summer.
You're going to be outside the stadium saying, "What's going on? What's happening? Somebody tell me."
The final match of the day, right? Friday, July 3rd. It's Colombia versus Ghana.
What do you think about that one?
I've said it before. These African teams are very, very talented, very physical, very they'll wear you down, right? As we saw a few hours ago, Senegal had Belgium 2-0. They're about to win the game, and then things happen. But they're good teams,
Yeah.
physical teams. But I think Colombia has the upper hand. They have the better players in a way. They know football well. I think they're gonna pull the win.
All right. So they are playing at 9:30 p.m. in Kansas City, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going there, don't go to Kansas. You'll go to the wrong state.
Yeah.
The city is named Kansas, not the state. Because, why can't things make sense? All right. So Colombia versus Ghana. Colombia on my left, Ghana on my right. Let's see how this goes. Page of Swords, the Fool, and the 7 of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles reversed for Ghana, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Magician.
Ooh.
All right, so pages are the first court card. They are the lowest member of the court, right? They're a little naive. They're new, right? They have a lot of hope. They're very good at like learning things because they want to become a knight one
They're
day.
enthusiastic.
They're enthusiastic. Um, the swords do talk about those difficult situations, but also like going into battle. When I see it with the court cards, I see it more like they're kind of ready, right? So the Page of Wands is a childlike, cheerful, lots of energy. It's lots of creativity and fearlessness, right? So it's about investments or advances in life. So it's just kind of going in with a child's eyes. Um, and then we have the Fool after that, who's also very whimsical and very childlike. So it's like, but it's not childlike in the sense of amateur. It's like ready to go on the journey. So it's kind of like they play very carefree in the first half. Maybe the first half for Colombia is a bit easy, so they don't feel stressed. By the midpoint of the game, they're ready to go on to the second half. They're walking without looking. They may fall off a cliff if they're not careful. But for the most part, the Fool card is the beginning of the Fool's journey of the entire tarot. So it's like they're just ready to go. Like you don't really have too many cares in the world. You're excited to see what happens. The second half, they have the Seven of Swords, and the seven is a little thief. He's
got all the weapons.
He's slinking away with the swords. This talks about deception. Something may not be going the way that you want. You have to make sure that you're strategic and that you're resourceful. So this person is resourceful because he's taking those swords. He's like, I'm going to need these later. Nobody else is taking them. I'm taking them, sort of thing. So they have to be tactful in the second half. So I feel like they're going through it a little easy breezy at first, but they have to turn a little bit more tactful. And I think that makes sense when I look at Ghana's cards, because Ghana has the 10 of Pentacles, which is a fantastic card, but it's reversed. So when it's reversed, what does that mean? I'm not even sure. So let's see. That's looking at short-term success too much. So you're missing long-term potential.
Ooh.
Make you think of something.
I have an idea about that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the score early and they're up 1-0 and they're like, and then they pull back.
Yeah.
And they're too what's that word?
They're being too safe and they're too confident.
I wouldn't say confident, but too safe.
Yeah,
they're playing it safe too much. And that's when teams get into trouble.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I mean, even if they don't get a goal, they could maybe possibly be pretty much in charge of possession of the ball. But they're not. But I feel like Colombia is not stressed about it. So if Ghana is making certain types of plays, it could also be sometimes it's like, since this is physical ability, they could be going in too hard and tiring themselves out for the second half. So they're not looking at it in a long term, like we have to make sure we survive into the second half, because maybe they see Colombia playing not very aggressive and they're like, oh, they're going to be like this the whole game. But Colombia is preserving their energy, whereas Ghana is not. That could also be something that kind of comes up, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles, and that shows that they know that they are a good physical team. What's interesting about the Queen here is that she's holding on to the pentacle and she's looking at it longingly. So it's kind of like by midpoint in the game, they're like, oh, maybe we should have paid more attention to how aggressive we were, because we're kind of tiring ourselves out. I don't know how they are with the other players on the bench. Like, do they have a good first string, and then after that they're not as tough or as physical. I don't know. But I think they realize in the second half that they got to be careful with how they're playing physically, because then I get the magician. So the magician is somebody who has all the tools. They have the wands, they have the cups, they have the swords, and they have the pentacles. So that's kind of like when they go into their tool bag and they're like, okay, we can't just be aggressive through the whole game. We also have to play smart, maybe a little tricky, because either they tired themselves out or they're expecting Colombia to figure that they're just going to keep playing that way. So it's kind of like they have to reach into their toolbox and figure out what else they can pull out. That's what the cards are saying to me. And that's why when I see the 7 of swords, it's like Colombia is seeing an opportunity because they can see either Ghana tiring out or kind of changing their plans. And they're like, well, we were all rested. we were playing this like it was a walk in the park, maybe. And now we're going to also pull some tools out of our tool bag. And we're going to make off of what we can get.
Those are swords. They're weapons of mass destruction. They're not just
Mass
tools.
destruction?
Mass destruction. That's right.
I don't know
We're
about
Americans.
mass
We take it to the
destruction.
extreme. We do the most big and beautiful things.
Yeah. Big and beautiful. Big, beautiful, best.
That's it. So what does it tell you so far? Who's tell me? I want to know.
Well, I mean, I think both teams are playing certain strategies. But I think I need the oracle cards to show me like who's going to win.
Let's do it.
Or how it's going to work out for them. Like the strategies they pick, how's it going to work out for them? So, yeah. So Colombia has the clock. Ghana has the garden. So I think it's interesting that we got the clock because I think it goes well with this like first half. It goes well with all the cards because it talks about time, patience, and limitations. They're taking their time, right? I don't think Ghana's taking their time. I think Ghana's going in full force. And I kind of get that from the meetings card. They're ready to just meet the other team, go straight at them, make contact possibly, be a little rough.
Just want to get after it.
Yeah. Maybe they're a little too rough and they get some yellow cards or something. And that's another reason why they kind of have to go into their toolbox and be like, oh, maybe we should do this a little differently.
Okay.
But Colombia is playing it. They're not playing it safe. They're playing it smart in the sense that they're like, we're going to watch them, see what they're doing, and we're going to get them when they're down. We're going to find their weak points. I think that's what this card is kind of saying. Like, we're going to find their weak points. So Colombia has the Conjure. Ghana has the Fae Folk. So the Conjure card is interesting because it's when you're conjuring something, you're creating something, right? You're creating something out of thin air. She's got all her candles set up. She's ready to go. So Conjure is about manifestation, intention, and magic. So Colombia is able to create the plays that they want. They're able to, I think it just shows that they have very good ability. They have good planning. They probably have good communication with each other and probably have good leadership too. They're able to manifest. They're able to create what they need in order to win the game.
Execution skills.
Yes.
They can figure it out.
Ghana has the Fae Folk. Remember I told you about the little fairy? They'll bite you.
That's the scary guy, right?
They're the little Tinkerbells. They'll bite you.
Yeah.
So they are friend or foe, vindictive and capricious. So Fae Folk, I mean, I'm not sure how it really says. I think in a way it kind of goes along with that contact sport where it's like they look innocent, but they'll get you. You know what I mean? They'll be aggressive. And it may also say they're too aggressive. Like they're going to get yellow cards, maybe a red card. Like they're being too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably doesn't work out for them. I don't get a solid win-lose. I would say probably Colombia's going to win. But these cards are very clear in telling me their abilities and how they're playing. So as long as Colombia plays it smart and doesn't tire, I think they'll win. And I don't see any cards here that really say that they'll tire because it says they have a lot of patience. But with Ghana, it's like they have to change their plan, their execution, because they're playing too rough, possibly getting penalties, giving Colombia PKs, basically.
I think it's going to be a good game. Yeah, I could see. Oh, Colombia may have the advantage, but not big advantage. So,
like Colombia got the King of Swords again. That's a great leadership person who's shrewd and they know how to make battle plans. They know when to strike when you're supposed to strike. But then Ghana has the 10 of Cups. That's happy families. I don't know. I don't know. Could they tie and then they got to go to overtime? I don't know.
Oh.
This is difficult. I have Colombia with the 5 of Wands. They're ready for battle and they're fighting it out. But then I get the 10 of Swords for Ghana.
That dude is dead.
Yeah. So maybe they do go to overtime. They're fighting it out, but Colombia just takes out Ghana.
Wins it at the end.
Yeah. Because I think probably Ghana would be it could be going that Colombia's in the lead and then right at the last second, Ghana ties. And so Ghana's very happy that they tied. Now they got to go into overtime. But then during overtime, I think Colombia would make out better than Ghana.
Okay. So you're telling the betting kids to bet their money, their house, and their car on
No.
Colombia.
Only their Monopoly money, not real money.
Yeah.
All right, Tito. We'll see what happens. What do you think?
I think we are going to continue to watch great games. That is for sure. You can bet your money on that.
For entertainment purposes only.
Yes. Don't forget that too.
All right, everybody. Ooh, Tito, guess how many subscribers I have now?
3,000.
5,000.
Let's go.
All right, 5,000 subscribers.
Keep it up. Keep subscribing. Subscribe your mom, your grandma, your dad, your daddy, your baby daddy.
Your therapist.
Your auntie.
Your teacher.
Yep. Everybody. Tell everybody.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Tito.
Yes.
Helping me.
Absolutely.
I hope you have fun. We got more games to do.
This is a great. Listen, the tournament is only getting better, y'all.
Yeah. It's true.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.